Hi, we're the Overbees, and today we're here to talk to you about the 5 practical steps to adopting a plant-based lifestyle.
First of all, congratulations. We're really excited for you with this decision to start eating plant-based, and I bet you're now wondering, what now?
Well, the first step is committing with confidence. This is going to be your motivation throughout your journey. This is going to be your accountability throughout your journey. And really you have to ask yourself 2 questions. The first question is, why do you want to do this? What is driving you to make this decision? For me, it was all the inflammation that I was feeling. I'm an active guy. I like to run. I like to lift weights. And I was being held back because I hurt. It was literally painful for me to do the things that I loved. And so I had to do something different.
And for me, it was really related to my health as well. It was a constant struggle for me in terms of having irregular menstrual cycles, and on top of that, I had tons of weight fluctuations. Pretty much if I ate a carb, I would gain a pound.
And so the next question, the second question is, well, where do you want to be? Where do you see yourself? This could be a month, 6 months, a year, 5 years down the road, 20 years down the road, but why and what is driving and where do you want to get over that time period? And for me, it was, I wanted to be able to continue to run, well into my 30s, 40s, 50s. I wanted to be able to run a marathon at some point, but where I was then was really showing me that I was not on the path to get there.
And for me, I really wanted that health for not only myself, but for our family. I wanted to raise our kids eating a diet and sustaining a diet that wasn't going to lead them to sickness and disease and obesity. And thinking about all the reasons that our clients have made this decision, they are fighting disease themselves. They are maybe deciding that they want to help the environment, or they really care about animal cruelty. Whatever that why is and the where you want to be, those are really the foundation of this entire journey. And the key to it is really committing to it. So commit that to your partner, or commit it to a friend or a coworker. Share it on Facebook, whatever you need to do, but really commit with confidence and know that you're going to be held accountable.
So the second step is avoiding the allure. And this is avoiding the temptation. And, where there's temptation, you're going to be inclined to want to do it. And, we always say if it's in front of us and we're told not to do it, well, guess what? That makes us want to do it 10 times more.
Yeah, for me, it's really having food around the house. If something is there, I'm going to snack on it, I'm going to eat it. So that was the first place I really needed to start, was getting rid of everything in the pantry that wasn't conducive to this lifestyle that we wanted. So we threw away food, donated food, whatever we needed to do to get it out of the house. Some other things are avoiding restaurants that had dishes that we used to really like that could be pretty big temptation for us, or driving a different way just so we wouldn't have to pass it. And at the end of the day, food can be an addiction, and having that addiction right in front of you where you're constantly tempting yourself isn't going to end well for anyone.
So, and that leads us into the third step, which is stocking with staples. So you remove everything out of your house that might tempt you. Well, what's left? Well, now you have to fill everything with what you're going to use. And the staples mean that you're going to use them all the time in dishes that you make. So we focus on 3 main areas, being the pantry, the freezer, and the fridge. So for pantry, you want to fill it with items that you're going to use all the time that can stay good for long periods of time. Things like canned beans or dry beans, things like oatmeal, things like, quinoa, rice, lentils, those type of things. For the freezer, it's more frozen fruits, frozen vegetables, frozen tortillas, any type of frozen breads that you may like. For the fridge, it's more of the items that you're going to use, within that week. You don't want them to spoil or go bad. So things like, your nut milks, fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, things that you're going to use and cook with on a daily basis, but they have a shelf life.
Exactly. The next step is my personal favorite, and that is discover your delights. So this is the really fun part where you get to try all the different kinds of foods that maybe you've never even had before. Like parsnip. Who knew? I love parsnip. So,
Most people say, what is a parsnip?
right, I know, yeah. Or Brussels sprouts. I mean, they're really not as bad as you think.
They're really good.
So go to Pinterest, go to Facebook, talk to some of your plant-based friends, ask around. Take those staples and just start making things. But the big thing is have fun failing. I mean, we've tried so many recipes that were amazing and then tried some that not so much. But there are some questions that you can ask yourself when you try a dish that really wasn't so great.
Now, things like, well, what can make this dish better? You know, if I were to add something to it, would that make it any better? What did I not like about the dish? Is there something that I could take out of the dish? Asking yourself these questions will really finally tune in what your taste buds really want. We were actually just talking about our favorite dish now that we probably have at least once a week. You know, the first time we had it, we didn't like it, but we knew that the ingredients that went in it were good. We just had to alter them to allow them to become tasteful to us. So, and the last step would be to shape your strategy, and this is more of the sustainment aspect of it. So once you discover, you know, what you like to eat, you have your taste buds, you have several meals underneath your belt, and you have your go-to snacks. Now it's time to go out and show the world, right? So this is really getting good with meal planning, meal prepping, know what you're gonna have during the week, and also being able to plan for situations where you go to a family member's house to eat. You know, Christmas and Thanksgiving are always touchy subjects with our families. And then even something as simple as going out to a restaurant, you know, but you have that plan, you know how to use it, and so that'll really help you sustain the lifestyle and not go back into, you know, the temptations and everything, because you'll have that mindset because of that very first outline of, you know, committing with the confidence.
Right.
So,
right. If you have a plan for what you're going to eat, you also know what you're not going to eat. So having that strategy is really key. And we hope that these 5 simple steps help you in your journey. We'd love to hear about where you are, what's been helpful, and we hope that you continue keeping us updated. Thank you.
Thanks.